Hey everyone, Shiv here. Alright, so every week I get a lot of comments, a lot of mail, messages, and questions. A lot of questions. And generally I try to answer all the questions to the best of my ability at the time I get them. If people are willing to, ask me something or ask for advice, I'm willing to give it. That's just how that goes. So I decided to take a little top 10 of like some of these comments and questions that I've gotten and, kind of respond to it overall. Because I do get a lot of duplicates. All right. So without further ado, number one, what is with the bandana? Yes, these thingies. All right. So actually, I got more all over around my desk too. Um, all right. When I first started doing streaming and making videos, and even being on the ManaCast back in the day, everybody saw me wearing bandanas. Nobody ever really saw me without bandanas that way. And when they actually finally did, and they realized, holy shit, Shiv has nothing but gray hair, they were shocked as shit. Um, so at the time, I was going through a really rough bout with cancer. So I was undergoing treatment, and some of that treatment caused a couple side effects that were pretty bad. I lost almost all the pigmentation in my skin, lost all my hair, my skin, my scalp and other parts of my body kind of got lesions, and it was nasty. Okay, and I didn't want the people to see that because I never wanted anybody to pity me. I don't need your pity. So yeah, I didn't want that at all, and so I covered it up. I even had to wear makeup so you guys couldn't tell that I was that sickly. It was pretty fucking bad. All right. So yeah, that was the whole ordeal behind the bandanas. Not to mention the fact I come from a very strong biker family, so it's like you can't be in a biker family without having a slew of bandanas. It's just the way it goes, guys. Sorry. All right. Number two, what happened with mana grind? I've been asked this question a couple times. People wanting to get like the absolute total dirt on it. This isn't going to be that. I'm not going to tell you all the shenanigans, all the dirt, but I'm going to give you the general overview. All right. So mana grind, probably in CBT the number one name when it came to Hearthstone. I mean, Jesus Christ, our tournaments were dictating the meta. It was like, hey, what's that new powerful deck that's going to be the meta? Hey, let me go see what won the last mana grind. Ka-chink. That's how that was. Mana grind made a lot of decision choices that I still question. All right, but they started out really, really strong, and they kind of didn't follow up with it. All right, rather than expanding on what they were already doing, they transferred it over to another organization and then wanted to focus more on teams. Not saying that teams are a bad thing in Hearthstone, but at the time there was absolutely no relevance behind it. All right? So a bunch of us at Mana Grind saw this coming, and we weren't really too happy about it, but we kept towing the line. And then we decided, no, screw this. We want change. This is where the Friday Night Swisses came. This is where the Wednesday Limited tournaments actually spawned from, because we did not like what was going on. So at one time, and I kid you not here, we had 2 tournaments on Wednesday, we had 2 tournaments on Friday, we had a tournament Saturday, and a tournament Sunday. We were the number one name in reference to tournaments. This is what we were known for. My God, I had some of the most dedicated tournament staff you would ever seen. These were some of the hardest working people ever, and we were burnt the fuck out. All right, seriously. And I'm sick at the time, and I'm going through this crap. What the hell? So we were burnt out. Eventually, though, we started noticing that Mana Grind was just floundering. We had opportunities to really expand beyond what we were doing and literally legitimize our tournaments. And, well, upper management had a problem with this. They actually kind of dropped the ball repeatedly because of favoritism of different product lines and companies and this, that, and the other, which I thought was extremely stupid. And this led to a huge little shift amongst other things. And towards the end of it is when I discovered I had cancer, obviously, so I really couldn't put forth much of the work that I was doing. And, well, it just kind of exploded. Within like a 3-day time frame, almost everybody associated with running the tournaments walked out. And it left them with maybe, I guess, like 5 or 6 people that could have actually done it, but none of them wanted to do it. None of them were willing to sacrifice and do what it took to do it, because they knew it was, you have to have a labor of love to do it, or it's just going to burn you out. So they stopped doing tournaments altogether, and they just wanted to focus on their teams. Unfortunately, at about the same time, big companies and sponsors were starting to make their own teams and, you know, get their own little powerhouse players and start offering contracts. And oh man, did they come in and start sniping players left and right. And we all knew it was coming. We all did. All right. So it was no surprise to us. But once, you know, the team started getting picked clean of all of its solid star talent, that was pretty much the coffin nail for Mana Grind. Now, they tried to hold out. They tried to reform and try to do a couple things, but inevitably, it just sank. And it's really sad. Mana Grind had such potential to be, even today, if it had held on to what it was doing and it expanded upon it and reinforced on it, they could have been like #1. They would have been ranking right up there with like ESLs and Seat Store and things. It could have been an independent tournament platform that would have been pretty much supported by sponsors and things of that nature. It really could have been, but they didn't follow through. So that's the truth of it. All right, why don't you stream more? #3. All right, streaming generally requires a certain amount of bandwidth. I recently have gotten that bandwidth, and I have been streaming more. And also kind of requires you to have a little bit higher spec computer than just to play the game, because your computer's now actually having to work harder to provide that stream. Your CPU is having to encode and play the game at the same time. Well, unfortunately, my CPU is a little bit capped because of a Northbridge issue that I need to resolve, and that's one thing. But a lot of my equipment is outdated. All right, I'm still able to do a lot of the stuff that I do, and that's fine, and I'm happy for that. But my equipment is outdated. I'm slowly but surely updating it as I can. Components are expensive, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, and I'm going to keep trying, no matter what. So yeah. All right, #4. Are you Noxious's dad? Really? Okay. Yeah, so I got asked this question. It's like kind of a joke question. My initial response was, are you retarded or mentally retarded? And it's like, are you? Like, touche. So, no, I am not Noxious's dad. Though there is an age gap. My God. He talks about, oh yeah, man, when I first played, Vanilla WoW, I was this age and I'm sitting here. Meanwhile, I was divorced and working a crap job and still playing the game. Right, so I mean, there's an age disconnect there of a little bit, but not by much, like 10 plus years or so. So yeah, no, I am not Noxious's dad. Seriously, I'm not his dad. We're really good friends. We live like about 2,000 plus miles away from each other, and we work well together. All right, simple as that. Okay, did Noxious take your beard? Again with the guy. Okay. No, Noxious did not take my beard. His beard, in the time of me shaving it to where you saw it, just kind of got thicker and looked a little bit more lustrous, in my personal opinion. He did not take it. He's not holding it ransom. He is not incorporating it into his face. It did not consume mine. I've seen so many little comments about this. It's hilarious. All right. The beard came off because of a few reasons. One, heat and itching and all that. In Florida, it's a bad thing. And two, the girlfriend. All right, she really wasn't fond of the wild man Shiv look. She had some pretty nasty, crass comments about it, which, God, I love her for those. So yeah, I went and shaved it off, and apparently I misunderstood what she said. She didn't want it all shaved off, but she wanted me to take care of it better, soften the beard, because apparently there's lotions and balms and stuff you could do for that, and, you know, manscape it more to where I don't look like a goddamn Yeti. And of course, you know, I did not see that as what she wanted, and instead just took the Bic and spent like the next hour trying to shave, which, by the way, when you had that much facial hair, shaving with a triple blade razor, you're going to go through several triple blade razors. I highly recommend, if you're going down that route, you use trimmers first. So yeah, but it is coming back. She and I have come to terms and an understanding about the beard, and so don't worry. As you can see, you kind of see a little bit of the shine of the gray on the sides. It will be coming back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, chillax. Okay. Number 6, which tournament do you work for? Currently, I work for BTOB. I'm also involved in a couple other projects on the side, none of which I can really talk about at this time due to certain non-disclosure agreements, and I don't want to create hype for them until it's fully realized that it's something that's actually going to be going forward. But yeah, so I pretty much only work for BTOB at this current time. I have been consulted on a few other tournament projects. I worked in the Mana Grind ones, as you know. I did DCI for Magic the Gathering, and I was Rogue Trader for Warhammer 40k. Yes, you know, the game that costs you pretty much an arm and a leg to play. Thanks, Games Workshop. Alright, next up. Why don't you and Noxious work for Blizzard? This question comes up at least 5 times every episode of Mechtorch Workshop, either in chat or on the YouTube comments. There's actually several reasons behind this. One, they've never approached us. Seriously, they never have. Mind you, that's not how companies work either, all right? 2, we've never applied. So yeah, that's like the 2 main reasons right there. We've never been approached and we never applied. Now, we do know that developers have been paying some interest. Yeah, we do know that we've kind of called certain cards before they were released out. And later on, we got those exact cards. So me and Nox have been kind of ahead on those curves. The whole 2-4 concept that's now really taking off in 3s, we kind of called that. And a lot of other things. So it would be something cool, but there's a couple logistical issues. One, Nox lives in Toronto. Well, I don't really want to say exact where he lives, but he lives in Canada, and I live in Florida, which I guess is vague enough. So, and Blizzard's in California. Yeah, it's about the same distance for both me and him to get to Blizzard. Quite far. So uplifting our lives and moving out to California is not really an option for us. If we could do some sort of telecommute thing and whatever, sure, why not? I guess that could work. But again, when you're talking about something that's sensitive, card design, this, that, and the other, you want to prevent leaks, and having more outside sources is generally a bad thing. Mind you, I know that he and I are not opposed to it. Consultation work and whatever. I mean, what we do is fan fiction, but people seem to really like it, so I'm all for it. All right. How are your cats? Thank you for asking. The cats. So I have 2 cats. I've got she's about 3.5, almost 4-year-old calico with what I call a paddle tail or a bobtail. She's very nice. She's very loving. Just don't pick her up because she will mule kick you and it will leave a bruise. Kid you not, this cat has some strong ass legs. Her entire day is pretty much laying around waiting for me to feed her. Even when the bowl is full, it's like, okay, that's good. That's my dry food now. Go get me a can. But we're out of cans. I said go get me a can. That's kind of how cats look at you. All right. The other one, Glitches, she is coming up on 2 years old now. She has a deformed tail from birth. She's a little hyper, a little crazy, but one of the most loving cats I've ever had. All right, I try to go to sleep. Nope. She's got to run in there and come underneath the covers and just make sure everything is safe there. It's like, oh, gotta make sure there's no spiders or snakes in here, Daddy. Yeah, she's awesome that way. So the cats are good. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate it. All right, number 9. What is the best class in Hearthstone? I could give you a meta evaluation on this, but considering the meta changes from week to week to week to week, it's kind of hard to really give you an accurate answer on that. So I'm just going to put this out there. The best class in Hearthstone is going to be the one that you, A, know the most, B, have the most work with, C, have learned how to use it correctly. Now, I say this because some people are really, really, really good at Hunter, but you ask them to go play Shaman, they fall fucking flat on their face. Some people are good at Priest, and they're bad at Warrior. You get what I'm saying here. But yeah, so your best class is always going to be the one that you've put a lot of work in. For me, ironically, I've worked extensively with Hunter, which means I know Hunter inside and out, which is probably why I do as well as I do with them. Not to mention, it doesn't take, a genius to fucking play Face Hunter. And obviously my next strongest class is Priest, but, that's besides the point. So, yeah. It's whatever class you were the most comfortable with. That's the most God's honest, truthful answer you could ever get. All right, so now we get to the last one. This one's a little different. This isn't so much a question. This is more of a comment. All right. Now, beforehand, I'm going to say that this is kind of, well, a troll thing that he did. All right, so here we go. Dude, please stop making videos with your fat ass. Yes, I am of weight. Thank you for noticing. Stick to eating burgers. Burgers, yes, because I'm an American. In America, let's see, we invented McDonald's, Burger King, White Castle, In-N-Out Burger, Carl's Jr., Hardee's, which is technically the same thing. Jack in the Box. Yeah, okay. Americans have really monopolized when it comes to hamburgers. I'll give you that. But interesting little fact. I haven't had a hamburger in 3.5 months, which is funny considering there's Burger King less than, I would say, a quarter mile away, and my mother works for McDonald's, which means I could have like a quarter pounder every goddamn day if I asked. Haven't had one in 3.5 months. So yeah, I generally don't even talk about food much other than on stream going, I'm hungry. Hey, let me go get some ramen. Or, oh, I need to go cook a tenderloin for dinner tonight. Never once do you hear me talk about, I gotta go make some hamburgers and french fries. No. That's easy food. That's like pub food. Screw off. All right, but still. He goes for the stereotype because I'm an American, right? Okay. And make videos about that, and even though Noxious is also bad and has barely any subs. Alright, now I have no problems, you want to throw me on the bus, you want to talk shit to me, that's fine, I'll just laugh at you and fucking make fun of you all day long. Now you're insulting my friend. No, you done fucked up, son. You done fucked up, son. Alright. Barely any subs. Right, because he's not about to break 100 fucking K. For a video game personality breaking 100K, oh yes, okay, we all know Kriparian's got it, Trollden's got it, fucking Trump's got it, that's fine, those people do. Nox, not a competitive player. Okay, alright, Nox has fun. He does what he does for the fun of it. And he loves what he does, seriously. Alright, he's an entertainer, that's what he does. And he's got like almost 100K. What do you got? With this account, 70? Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure that this account is kind of meh. It's what he uses to go troll on people, because I've looked through his history on this. He makes a lot of shithead comments and basically insults people. And, he really has nothing good to say. With the exception on a couple things here. Loves everything Kriparian puts out. Loves everything Trump puts out. So what this tells me is he wants to suck off Kriparian and let Trump hit it from behind, and just in the vain hope that Trump is going to, give him the courtesy of a reach around. Yeah, this is what you call, like, overzealot fanboy. Alright? They are probably one of the most toxic elements of any gaming community, but you get used to them. You kind of go, oh, isn't that nice? Aren't you just special? It's like, yeah, it's a good little fanboy, yes. You don't ever take these fucktards seriously. And we probably gave him more time and effort and attention than he actually fucking deserves. But hey, obviously he felt the need to do this so much because he has some sort of discrepancy in his life. And I want everybody to feel good about themselves. I really do. Here you go. Here's your little bit of attention. Maybe this will make you feel better about how shitty your fucking existence in life is. I hope it helped. Alright. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I make content not for you or one person or to make people think I'm cool or because I'm trying to make money at it. Because come on, if you ever see the quality of my work, obviously that shit's right out the fucking window. All right? This is a learning process for me. I do it because I love the game. I do it because I learn things, I have fun, and I like to interact with the community. Seriously, this is how we do it. All right? I stream because I like talking with the people who watch me. And they like talking back. There's one compliment I've gotten repeatedly throughout the course of me streaming is, wow, you actually engage with your audience. Yes, I do. I'm doing this video here because I'm engaging with my audience. You go look at the comment section of any of the videos, you'll see me engaging with the audience quite extensively. Because I think if a person is going to take the time to actually ask a question or make a comment about something, then as that personality, I owe them just as much respect because in all honesty, without the people who watch you or support you, your fans, without them, you're absolutely fucking nothing. So I have no problem interacting with them. Because at the end of the day, the only difference between me and somebody else is I actually had the determination to do it. Anybody can do this. Anybody can. All right? When I play Hearthstone, I don't play the super best. My God, you can count like the amount of misplays on. You may want to like take off your shoes. All right? I fully admit that. I do. There are times where I play extremely well, and then there's times where I'm sitting here watching TV, listening to music here, talking to the person there, and trying to play a game, and I miss fucking lethal for like days. All right? Shit happens. But you know what? I don't care. Either way, I get to interact with the fans. I get to have a good time, build a rapport, strengthen a community. And that's what I do. So if you think you can make some little shithead comment and try to bring me down, trust me, I survived cancer. You ain't shit. I survived Reddit mods trying to ban me out of existence. You ain't shit. I survived a hate lynch mob on fucking Hearthstone. You ain't shit. I've survived marriage and divorce and being shot and the military, and I live in fucking United States with shittiest fucking healthcare system in the world. You honestly think your little shit-ass comments are gonna matter? You ain't shit. Seriously. So, till next time, if you got any questions, comments, whatever, go ahead, leave them. I'll answer them directly and probably make another video on this. So, let's make them a little bit classy. The only thing I say is leave the bigotry, racism, homophobia, all that kind of stupid, petty fucking bullshit that just shows how much of an ignorant fucking ass you are out of it. All right? Till next time, stay safe, stay cool, and may our Jesus bless you.